Hello, everybody. It's Victoria Lorient-Faibish, holistic psychotherapist, registered psychotherapist, and I'm so happy to be here today with you live on this fair, fantastic day in Toronto. We're getting spring-like weather, even though it's February. It's interesting how that happens. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this concept that I see very often, again, in my office with couples that are going off the rails. And what do I mean by that? Their relationship, they come and see a psychotherapist because their relationship is just no longer a happy experience. Or some of my favorite therapy to do is with premarital. Premarital therapy is so interesting. Premarital therapy I find powerful because we can really change beliefs and thoughts and patterns before people get married. What an amazing concept that is. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about a question I got the other day, which is, can there be, and it's actually in my book as well, which I'm glad I addressed that, but this question came to me is, can you be in a committed relationship and not have codependency? So codependency, I liken it to an addiction, many people do as well, in which a person's self-esteem will rise and fall based on the other person's mood, tone, or way of being. And they will literally, I see this so often, talk about, I don't want to hurt this person, and then their whole being becomes wrapped up in not being authentic. And not like literally, I cannot tell this person my truth because I am just literally petrified of hurting the other person or angering the other person. And the other person might not have actually, threatened them or anything, but possibly they fall apart constantly, or there's constantly this guilt or this shame or this emotion that prevents authentic dealings, authentic ways of being with one another. And so the question is, can there be commitment without codependency? And I believe that a truly healthy, committed relationship involves deep love, deep commitment, but a lot of freedom to be yourself, an ability to accept the other person for who they are. And I say to people when I'm working with them is, can you accept this person in this moment without changing them? And if the answer is no, it's a tough one. I really want people to work on the notion of, there is this human being in front of me, and maybe they want to change and maybe they don't want to change, but essentially, can I accept them if they don't change? And that's the beginnings of coming out of codependency, in which your whole being is leaning into them, and you stop that and you lean into yourself and you go, okay, what is it that I'm feeling? The key questions: what do I want? What do I need? And what am I feeling in this moment are the road out of codependency. Because you stop being all about them and you start being more about yourself. You fill your own cup first, you create an overflow, and then you give to the other person only from the overflow, not from the vessel that is depleted, right? And so, once again, committed relationships that are healthy are freedom-loving, are letting people just be themselves. Those who seek to control the other person and think that that is the way you're going to have a committed relationship, you've got some surprises in store for you, because control never works. And people think, oh, well, I'm not controlling them, I'm just making them feel guilty for what they did. That's a form of control. Newsflash! Also, they say, well, I'm not controlling them, I'm just, being giving to them and generous to them so that they'll be nice to me. Newsflash! That's generosity with an agenda. Right? So you've got to really assess, is this commitment thing healthy? Are you in a commitment that's healthy? Or are you in a commitment that's codependent, in which there's a lot of control, in which there's a lot of manipulation, whether you're intending to be manipulative or not, in which there's a lot of my soul, my being rises and falls based on how you act, how you are behaving, how you are being, and then if you're happy, then I'm happy. If you're not happy, then I'm not happy. If you're mad, well, then I'm afraid. This is something I want people to work on. Work on your own codependency tendencies. By the way, we're all codependent at one point or another. I work on my own codependency tendencies. We're kind of born to be very empathetic, but codependency takes good emotions like generosity and empathy and skews them and makes them toxic. So it's good to be generous and it's good to be empathetic, but then when you're codependent, it's a skewing. It's a changing of that good emotion. I just am so happy people are joining me. Thank you so much. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Tracy. Hi, everybody that's been scrolling through. I need my glasses to read all the names, but it's okay. So the truth is that, you know, let me just repeat that codependency takes good emotions and skews them, makes them toxic. Generosity is good, but then generosity used to control is toxic. Empathy is good, but empathy in which your whole self-esteem rises and falls based on the other person. Hi, Esther. How are you? I just saw it. You know, where your whole self-esteem rises and falls based on the other person, that's toxic. So you've got to kind of step back, take a little inventory of your being, and go, you know, who am I? You know, what am I? What do I feel here? And get in touch with a deeper aspect of yourself so you can really, really transform codependency into interdependency. That interdependency. And interdependency is the healthier version of relationship in which we have commitment and we have freedom and we have experiences of, you know, I let you be who you are and I want to be who I am, and we are freedom lovers. So I just wish you all a fantastic day. You can get a lot of this information in my first book, Find Your Self-Culture, Moving from Depression and Anxiety to Monumental Self-Acceptance. And of course, my second book, Connecting, Rewire Your Relationship Culture. This is huge, and it's all about changing. You know, what gets me up in the morning, everybody, is knowing that the work I do helps people not perpetuate cycles of dysfunction multi-generationally. And that's what these books are about. Hop over to my website, visualizationworks.com. We have some amazing online programs on healthy, long-term, passionate marriage, the art of dating, the art of I do one on getting over a narcissistic relationship. I've got codependency. We've got so many great programs. So hop on over there, and I just want you to know I'm so excited to be with you guys in the mornings. And then, of course, I proliferate these videos everywhere. Have a fantastic day. Remember, there can be commitment without codependency. Have a great one. How do you know if you're commitment phobic? I did a video on that, Tracy, actually, on commitment phobia. So I won't elaborate right now, but commitment phobia, just so you know, is born from, let me just do this quickly, is born from a feeling of anxiety that shows up upon the experience of a family-like connection occurring with the person in your life. Because often the family-like connection was somehow toxified by childhood events. So the person experiences a lot of trauma during childhood events, and then what occurs is the family connection experience becomes over-associated with trauma. And so when you grow up and you have relationships, there is a phobia to commitment-like relationships. That is what I have observed. I hope that helps. Have a fantastic day, everybody. I welcome lots of questions, so make sure you message me and get your questions in, because I'll be doing videos a lot of the days. Take care. Bye.